Hey, sports fans, this is Larry Eater. Each day during the World Championships, we'll provide a preview for you of the 2025 Tokyo World Outdoor Athletics Championships from the National Stadium. We're doing these previews from Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, and Indianapolis, Indiana, on September 7th, just before the Worlds. I leave on September 9th. This will be my 15th World Championships, and I'm being supported and sponsored by Nike Running. Special thanks to our friends Brett Holtz in sports marketing and Tony Bignell in innovation in Nike Running. I've worked with Nike since 1985. I'm really happy with the new shoes they've got coming out, the Vomero 18, the Vomero Plus. The Pegasus Plus is a perfect running shoe for high schoolers, and I really encourage you to check them out at NikeRunning.com. But please, 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 when you look at Nike running shoes and other running products, go to your local running store. Support the important part of our culture, Nike retail running stores and the specialty running um, channel. It's very, very important. This is on RunBlogRun at runblogrun.com. This will be my 15th World Championships. And again, thanks to our friends at Nike for getting me to Japan. Talk to you soon. Hey, sports fans, Larry Eater here. This is Conversations with Larry. This is the preview of the Tokyo World Outdoor Athletics Championships for day 7, the 19th of September. It's going to be a Friday in the National Stadium. The temperatures will be somewhere between 75 and 90. It's another wonderful evening session, and they're going to do something that I have not seen in a World Championships before, but the multi-events will be everything will be in the evening. It's going to start at let's see, that is 5:33 with the women's 100-meter hurdles in the heptathlon event uno of the heptathlon. Anna Hall, Nafi Thiem, Katarina Johnson Thompson, Talia Brooks. The heptathlon is an incredibly challenging event, as are all the multi events. It is wonderful to see the drama that comes into it too. And I think you will enjoy it. And Run Blog Run will be there trackside to share with you and to give you the ups and downs of multi events. I've been to many, many, many. I've been lucky enough to sit and ask questions with Dr. Frank Sarnowski, the Dean of Multi Events, and with Harry Mara and Fred Samara, the coaches behind the Visa Decathlon program, the greatest program that USA Track and Field ever was involved in developing athletes. And we'll talk about that sometime during the week as well, and how that should be the model for every event to have a sponsor. So that's at 5:33. At 6:20, the second event of the heptathlon, the women's high jump, will go. How is Anna Hall doing? How is Nafi Thiem doing? Tiem doing? How is Katarina Johnson Thompson doing? How's Talia Brooks? It's going to be very, very interesting. At 7:30, the women's javelin throw, Group A. Now, depending on which section Japanese throwers are in, if you want to hear an insane cheer and roar, much like 2012 in London when the Brits came out, or London 2017 when the Brits came out, watch this. I will record it so you guys can enjoy it for posterity. That's the qualifying for Group A. Group B will be at 9 o'clock. Now, the women's shot put event 3 in the heptathlon will start at 8:30. And again, it's a big event for Anna Hall. It's a big event for Nafi Thiem, Talia Brooks. Katarina Johnson Thompson is throwing quite well at the shot put. So that's going to be really interesting. The women's semifinals in the 800s will be at 8:45. Keely Hodgkinson, Royson Willis, Georgia Hunter Bell. It's going to be interesting to see. Audrey Wero. It's going to be interesting to see And we haven't even talked about the Ethiopians and the Kenyans. It's going to be very interesting to see who is uh, doing well in the rounds. And we'll be able to share that with you as well. Remember, each night we'll be doing a review sponsored by our friends at Nike post event, and we'll have that up hopefully the next morning for you. So, after the semifinals of the women's 800 meters, it's the men's triple jump final. Um, should be a very interesting event. I hope Will Clay can make it to the final. I think he can. Um, it's going to be fun. I'm not sure there's anybody who's in the class this year of going over 18 meters. That was a Pedro Pichardo, Christian Taylor, Jonathan Edwards kind of move. There's other athletes who have done it as well, but I got to see Pedro Pichardo and Christian Taylor virtually, rub up against each other and almost, knock one off the. It was kind of a boxing match. This was in Switzerland, Lausanne. I think it was 2000. 14 or 15. I'll have to go back and look at my diary. But this should be a good competition. And Fabrice Hughes Zongo from Burkina Faso, say that quickly. Fabrice, Olympic champion, world champion. He's not having that great of a season. He announced early on that this was going to be his last season of competition. That's too bad because I think Fabrice is a incredibly colorful and a competitor and a great ambassador for his country, which has its challenges. Fabrice really is very popular in his country as well. So that's the men's triple jump at 850. That'll be followed at 9:15 by the men's 400-meter hurdle final. Karsten Warholm, Rai Benjamin, Allison Dos Santos, Abdiraham Samba. It's going to be really hard to break into the Rai Benjamin Karsten Warholm battle. Um, could they go under 46? Karsten thinks that his 45 was something that will never be paid. It's a Beeman type thing. I'm not so sure. I think these guys are incredibly respectful of each other, but both want that gold medal. And this is a wonderful rivalry. Um, it's gonna be fun to watch. Be there. That's followed at 9:27 by the women's 400 hurdles. Femke Bull. I think Femke could go 51.3. Only one faster. Sydney McLaughlin-LeBron. Delia Mohammed. I want to see Delia medal. I make no bones about it. And a cockerel. I'd like to see Anna medal. The young woman Zapalatova from the Slovak Republic. And I apologize to Ms. Zapalatova because I forgot her first name, but I have senior moments sometimes. I'll be 67 on September 11th, so just bear with me. I will check in my diary and make sure we get it up. So that's the women's 400 hurdle final. That's going to be a great race. The final event of the heptathlon for day one, the fourth event, is the women's 200 meters. That'll be at 9:38. Will Anna Hall have a insurmountable lead? Will Nafi Thiem have an insurmountable lead? Will Katrina Johnson Thompson have a insurmountable lead? That waits to be seen. Hold on. I'm going to just put that right now. And I was just getting okay. So the heptathlon is going to be a battle event by event. Day one will end with the 400 meters. That'll again be at 9:38, followed up by two 200-meter finals. And that's going to be really interesting. The men's 200-meter final, that's at 10:06. Noah Lyles believes he owns this event, that this is his destiny to win 4 200-meter titles. Kenny Bednarek um, didn't didn't um, uh, uh, my brother just sent me an obscene message. I love my brother, but of course, thank you, dear brother, for uh, that message, and we'll leave it between us. We have a peculiar way of communicating, as Michael knows. The men's 200 meters, Kenny Bednarek, Noah Lyles, Matsili Tebogo. Matsili is a tremendous athlete, but at the Olympics last year, and Noah, in all his interviews with me, has given Matsile street cred. He won that event fair and square. Noah had COVID that did affect him. In their competition since then, Noah has won. And oh, so close, but he has won. I suspect Noah's going to be coming off the 100, where there's a very good chance he's won, at the very least medaled. The 200, though, this is his turf. It's the reason why he did the F off to Kenny, which pissed Kenny off at the U.S. Championships. But you have three incredible athletes. Latsili Tebogo, who I think is going to be a better 400-meter runner than a 200-meter runner. You have Kenny Bednarek, who is a fine 100-meter runner, but maybe a better 200-meter runner. He's won 2 Olympic medals as well, in front of Noah both times. But you have Noah Lyles, 2019, 2022, 2023 world champion. Noah Lyles is made for the 200. The relationship between him and Lance Brauman, it's a wonderful coach-athlete relationship. I know Lance pretty well. I respect Lance. I've been fortunate enough to observe workouts that Lance has with his athletes. They respect him. He respects them. He's not their buddy. They don't need a buddy. Coaching is not about how much, how touchy-feely you are. It's, can you prepare your athlete? Can you keep them out of doing dumb stuff? Can you keep them healthy? Can you be honest with them? If you cannot be honest with them, you shouldn't be coaching. That was one of the big lessons I learned from, the guys I've been around. Joe Mangan, Hank Kettles, Peanut Harms, Terry Ward, Dan Durante. They were painfully honest and just incredible coaches, but incredible human beings too. Jim Heineke, my sophomore coach, who, 50 years later, I still can hear his voice in my ear talking to me. And Mr. Grauer, oh my God, Mr. Grauer is my history teacher. I worship the guy. But Lance and Noah have this incredible relationship. I remember one time asking Noah, how do you know when coach is happy with you? And he goes, oh, he has a smile. And you'll be watching for all those things. Lance gets very nervous before these events. And he's very happy once he gets through them. But he's on the track with these kids. And that's what all great coaches do. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a battle of the minds and the hearts in the men's 200 meters. And that is on day 7. And that's going to be pretty incredible. And followed up by that, the final event on day 7 is going to be the women's 200-meter final. Julian Alfred, is she going to finally realize that she is a 200-meter runner? Melissa Jefferson Wooden, who's had a great season, and she'll be coming off possible win in the 100. How is she going to be? Dina Asher-Smith, who won in 2019. Where is she going to be? Daryl Nita. Where is she going to be? Amy Hunt. Wow. Brittany Brown. Brittany had surgery back in December. Brittany missed making the team by hundredths of a second with Gabby Thomas. 200s. She had to win the Diamond League to get in that position. She wanted it that badly. It's going to be spectacular. That's how day 7 is going to end. This is Conversations with Larry. This is the preview for day 7. That is let me just get it right now. Make sure I'm doing the right day. The 19th. And that is a Friday, kids. Conversations with Larry previews of the Tokyo World Outdoor Athletics Championships for 2025. It's sponsored by our friends at Nike. Check out the Vomero 18. Check out the Vomero Plus. Check out the Air Structure 26 and the Pegasus Plus at NikeRunning.com. I suggest anytime you're buying running shoes, go to your local running store. Support your local running stores. Support the culture. This is Larry Eater for Conversations with Larry, day 7. Peace out.